This is Greg Herbert here with another intelligent anime review. My next topic, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzimiya. When this series first ran in the spring season of 2006, it was a sensation. One reason was the first episode, which left viewers with a "what the hell was that?" reaction. Another reason was the sardonic narration by the character Kion. Yet another was because the episodes of the series weren't run in chronological order. It bounced ahead and back again, leading to further "what the hell was that?" reaction. There have been few licenses more anticipated for Region 1 by Otaku here than this one. But sad to say, the series doesn't live up to the hype. I think the best description of it I have heard is, this is an excellent 6-episode series, with 8 filler episodes added. It's based on a series of light novels. The first one was called Suzimiya Haruhi no Utsu, i.e., The Melancholy of Suzimiya Haruhi, and 6 of the 14 episodes of the anime are based on that book. They're the 6 episodes referred to. 7 of the other 8 are based on later books in the series, which have names like The Sigh of, The Boredom of, and on and on. The final episode was created out of whole cloth for the series, and it is by far the weakest and least interesting. This series was released in Region 1 in 2 versions, a premium version and a cheap seats version. The premium version included the cheap seats version, plus various collectibles, and cost about twice as much. In terms of the DVDs themselves, the difference is that the premium version ran the episodes in the order they were originally broadcast. The cheap seats version, which is what I bought, rearranged them in chronological order, except that the home movie episode still runs first. The difficulty with the cheap seats version is that the series climax happens in the 7th episode. Everything after that is anti-climax. There are some good episodes in the latter part of the series, even a couple that are excellent, but mostly it's a letdown. Kion is a first-year high school student. On his first day of school in his homeroom, there's the traditional exercise where each student rises, announces his or her name, and describes him or herself. When it's Haruhi's turn, she announces that she thinks that normal people are boring, and that she's only interested in meeting ESPers, spacemen, and time travelers. Anyone else should leave her alone. It was a rather strange beginning. Since Kion had the seat just in front of her, and because she's gorgeous, he starts to watch her and notice other odd things about her. For instance, she checks out every club in the school and quits them all almost immediately. Just on an odd quirk, he talks to her one morning about how she seems to change her hair every day, and she doesn't brush him off. Oddly enough, she starts responding to him. What with one thing and another, she decides to create her own club at the school, and drafts Kion into being part of it. She becomes rather maniacally enthusiastic about the whole thing. The third member of the group is Yuki, a small and very quiet girl who speaks in a monotone when she speaks at all. Haruhi also locates and recruits Mikuru, who is probably the most beautiful girl in the entire school. Eventually she also recruits Kazumi, another guy. While Kion is pretty much cynical about it all, Kazumi seems to enjoy everything that happens, watching it all with detached amusement. Yuki doesn't react at all. Mikuru, well, she doesn't quit, but a lot of bad things happen to her, because Haruhi tends to costume rape her, a term fans came up with to describe the way Haruhi tears off Mikuru's clothes and forces her to wear costumes. Haruhi has, all unknowingly, actually recruited exactly what she said she wanted to find. Plan is normal, but amongst the other 3, one really is from space, one really is an Esper, and one really is a time traveler. All of them are there to watch Haruhi, because she has a power she doesn't realize she has. When Haruhi gets unhappy, reality shifts. If she gets sufficiently disaffected, it's possible that the world will end. So on The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzimiya. It fucking sucks. Now it's pretty popular among the anime circles, and yet this poor excuse for an animated feature is the worst thing ever produced by a human being, if you accept Plan 9 from outer space, and I'm being generous. First you gotta admit you hated the first episode. It made no sense, sucked as shit, wasn't funny, edgy or new, or original. And because nobody can understand the plot, the creators threw in tons of fan service. It's basically at the point where Haruhi fanboys are equal to our and fangirls. Some argue that the two anime are the same thing in parallel universes, since they have the same protagonist, except that in Haruhi all the girls are hot and all the guys are losers, and in Aaron all the girls are Yuri and all the guys are losers. A firm thumbs down for Haruhi. Truly a waste of time. This has been another intelligent anime review from Craft. This is Greg Herbert reminding you to help eradicate the fanboy and fangirl populations, have them spayed and neutered. Good day.
Brought to you by CRAF, the Coalition for Responsible Anime Fandom, reminding you that anime is a great art form, but please enjoy anime responsibly.